Hey guys, happy Friday. Welcome to my front porch. I'm Daniel Norton, photographer here in New York, and in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about dressing the part. This is going to be a little bit of a different video because jokingly somebody said to me the other day, like, oh, why do photographers always wear black t-shirts? And I thought, well, you know what? This is a video. Because it's actually really interesting, and I've got a few little stories and tidbits and stuff, and let's talk a little bit about why we dress the way we do. So, number one, when you are a photographer, a commercial photographer, a portrait photographer, a wedding photographer, you are almost always going to be interacting with people. There are types of photography where you don't. Maybe you do e-commerce photography, this kind of thing, so, that might be different. But when you interact with people, you want to present yourself in such a way that they will see you for the role that you do. This is how we are in society, whether or not you believe in this kind of thing, or whether or not you let me know in the comments below if this is terrible. But we put ourselves out there, right? And we as photographers, even if you're the most basic, as some people would say, portrait photographers, and they're like, well, I just do portrait photography. You're still a creative, right? And creative people are going to want to express themselves. And when we're forced to not express ourselves because of some kind of standard, it can actually bring us down, like mentally, right? So we want to think about how we're dressing in a way that we can show something about our personality. But at the same time, we also have to be aware of where we are, right? So if I'm going to shoot a wedding, a fancy black tie wedding, I'm not going to wear a t-shirt that has the tuxedo on it. I'm going to wear a tuxedo because that is the situation and that's what I need to do. But if I'm going into, let's say, a corporate office where everybody wears a suit, I'm not going to wear a suit. I'm not trying to be a corporate person, right? I don't need to wear the suit to be there. In fact, I don't want to do that. I want to stand out. Me trying to, this is me. If you wear a suit every day, then that's different. Me trying to blend in to what I'm going into, to be invisible, is not the way that an artist, if you will, or a creative should be. We should be able to be ourselves. And I think luckily society has been changing a lot, and I think we're able to get away with that a lot more. So I'm just going to have a couple little stories here. So when I was a photo assistant, I remember once I was working for this guy, and he was like, oh, I'm doing such and such a job, and I was like, and I asked, I said, okay, that's I forget what we were doing. We were photographing some kind of computer thingy, like a outpost thing. And I was like, oh, well, how should I dress for that or whatever? And he literally said to me, you're a photo assistant, you're basically invisible, nobody cares how you dress. So me being young and kind of a jerk, I wore bright pattern, like Hawaiian type shorts and just a t-shirt that had, gum went stupid or whatever, I can't remember exactly what it said, but I dressed like an idiot. I dressed like a spring breaker on the weekend. Because he said, nobody cares what I look like. And of course I show up and he's in khaki pants and dressed up whatever, and he's like, what the hell are you wearing? And I said, you said nobody cares what I look like. And the funny part is that was, I think, the second time I worked for that guy. I worked for him for like 2 years because we became good friends because he realized that, yeah, I'm a person. And I think he was learning too. He was kind of young, and he was kind of a, excuse the language, kind of a jerk. But a jerk that became my friend. So there you go, right? Another story is that when I was starting out, and I was trying to shoot on my own more, one of the things that you need to do as a fashion photographer, I've probably talked about this before, is get in with the modeling agencies, right? You have to have fashion models in your book. So I had been going, and every time I'd go to a modeling agency, I'd put on like dress pants and a button-down shirt, and I would, have my portfolio in a nice case, and I would be, walking in there and be like, hi, I'm Daniel Norton, I'm a photographer, use me to photograph. And I was getting nowhere. And then one time I was out with my friend Robin. We had just finished a great shoot, and this is back in the film days. All I had was like some Polaroids from the shoot with me. We were sweaty, and I was wearing like I used to wear these like cool Adidas sweatpants all the time. Everybody knew me in my Miami days. That was like my outfit. I never wear shorts, but I had like a T-shirt on, that said "I'm stupid," no, whatever it was, and a bandana on my head, whatever. And she's like, "These are amazing. We need to show them to a modeling agency right now." And I was like, and we went. I had my camera bag over my shoulder. I had some Polaroids in my hand, a bag of film unprocessed. And we literally went into Next, which was a big modeling agency in Miami. And we were like, we want to see the booker. Confident, sweaty, not dressed up, being ourselves, showing the Polaroids, being proud of them, not feeling like I have to be a certain way, being myself. They used us. We got in with them. They were one of the first agencies we got in with, and they were one of the biggest ones in Miami at the time. So it was like, what I realized in that moment was that, yeah, what was hurting me before wasn't my images, but that my image, right? I was walking in there like some corporate schlub. And this is a fashion agency. You need to be cool and be a fashion photographer if you want to be. So how you dress, how you present yourself is very, very, very important. So on a more practical level, why do we wear black t-shirts, right? So one of the reasons why I dress really simply is on set is because it doesn't distract from things that I'm photographing. So I don't typically wear bright colors, something like orange or red, because it might reflect in the things that I'm photographing. That comes from photographing things that are, jewelry, product, things that are, fashion stuff that's reflective. Right? There's a lot of reflective stuff in fashion. So I tend to stay away from things that, if I reflect, I'll really show up. So I'm trying to break up my silhouette, so I just usually wear like jeans, which are darkish, right? And I wear a black t-shirt, and that's kind of been my default when I'm shooting or when I'm out there, doing my thing. And that's the real simple answer. It was a long video just talking all kinds of other things. But there's two parts to this, right? When you're on set, dress comfortably. Remember that you're on your feet. Photography is a blue-collar job. But don't dress in a way that's going to be distracting to the reflecting objects and stuff like that. This is also true of your photo assistant. If you are a photographer putting yourself out there for a job, don't feel like you have to blend in with people. Be yourself. People are hiring you because you're a creative, and how you dress and how you present yourself is part of that. Now, if you wear khakis and you wear polo shirts every day, that is your look, more power to you, right? I'm not saying that that's a bad look, but what I'm saying is that if that's not your look, if you're normally wearing cargo pants and, and a t-shirt, then that's how you should dress, because that's you. So, how do you guys dress? Tell me about your stories about dressing hurting or helping you in certain situations. Do you wear a t-shirt that says, I'm a photographer? That could work, right? Let me know in the comments below. Go ahead, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get the notifications. And I'll see you next week.